Byw nawr ar S4C ac mae sylwebeth Saesneg ar gael ar y botwm coch. English language commentary is available for this afternoon's match between Cardiff and Wrexham. Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media viewers, please press the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, please contact our viewers hotline. Draw ni felly I Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd, at Griw Sgorio.
Pencampwyr cyngrair y gogledd Genero Wrexham y tymor dwytha yn croesawu pencampwyr prif Adran Genero. O Alan man hyn, Ciho o arbediad safon unwaith eto at Ciho, Molly Ciho. Wan yna gyfle fan hyn I Ciho drwad, mae heibio'r golwr, Molly Ciho, yr ail I Gaerdydd. Y dechrau delfrydol i'r ymwelwyr. O'r dyrniad gan y golwr, a Fion Price. Caerdydd yn llwyr heiddi'r fuddugoliaeth. Sgôr terfynol yma ar y graig, Wrexham dim, Caerdydd tair.
Croeso I Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd lle mae'r adar gleision yn herio Wrexham yn y brif ddinas ym mhrif Adran Genero. Ac wrth I storm eisiau agosau, sgwni pwy fydd eisiau'r tripwynt fwyaf rhwng y ddau glwb heno yma. Fi'n addo hwnna fydd yr unig pyn am y tywydd glywch chi heno. Mae hoi fech wedi bod yn y gyngrair dros y Nadolig, ond nath y gêm ail ddechrau penwythnos diwetha. Dyma'r sefyllfa yn y gyngrair ar hyn o bryd. Mae'n 2 gêm arall o'r heddi gyda Abertawen mynd I Pontypridd ac yn symud o fewn tripwynt I Gaerdydd ar y bryd, a nath y Bari mynd i'r Seintiau Newydd yn neud y frwydr yna am y bedwaredd safle yn ddiddorol iawn. Wel, croeso mawr ato ni. Mae Gwenan Harris yn cadw cwmni I ni heno yma, a Gwenan, mae Wrexham wedi cymryd pwyntiau o bawb yn y gyngrair tymor yma, ond am Gaerdydd, pa mor benderfynol bu nhw o gael rhywbeth mas o'r gêm heno a cael bwlch na ar y bryd?
Llawn penderfynol, ond fi credu maen nhw'n gwybod, dim pwysau arno nhw, mae'r holl pwysau ar Caerdydd, mae nhw'n cyfle hyfryd o ran chwarae ar arwynebydd yma o flaen y camerau. Bydden nhw'n llawn hyder a wedi paratoi, ond fydd e'n her anodd.
Yn bendant, Gwenan, nhw'n I drafod mwy yn y man am beth am uniglywydd gan y ddau rheolwr yn gyntaf. Maen nhw wedi bod yn siarad gyda Nicky John.
Well, Ian, following the Christmas break, there have been a couple of squad changes with some new faces coming in and also a couple of experienced faces leaving as well. How do you reflect on those changes to your squad?
I think it happens with every squad. I think, every situation's different. We've got a couple of good signings in that I think, potentially 3 good signings in that make a really big difference. Listen, people want to play football and whether that's with us or someone else, that's just the way it is. So, we're happy with where the squad is, we're comfortable and, we're excited for the game today.
We're getting back there now, we're looking a little bit stronger. Obviously, part and parcel of football, you are going to pick up knocks here and there throughout the season, but, we are starting to get more of our experienced players back, so, that'll obviously stand us in good stead to be able to compete against probably the best team in the league at the moment.
Y ddau rheolwr yn barod amdani. Felly, Gwenan, y gyngrair wedi ail ddechrau penwythnos diwetha. Gath Wrexham y fuddugoliaeth holl bwysig yna yn erbyn y Bari, ond fydd heddi'n her hollol wahanol I nhw.
Fi credu oedd penwythnos diwetha yn bwysig iawn I nhw, achos bwysig I cadw'r momentum. Ni'n gweld bod Abertawe wedi ennill eto pnawn yma, so fydden nhw moyn cadw o fewn cysylltiad o Abertawe, cadw roi'r pwysau arno, ond fel wedys ti, fydd e'n gêm enfawr, a gêm anodd iawn gan ystyried y profiad sy'n gan Gaerdydd.
Ti di sôn, fydd y pwysau ar Gaerdydd, achos mae rhaid ni sôn am yr hydiad arbennig yma maen nhw arno. Maen nhw heb golli yn y gyngrair tymor yma, ond maen nhw heb golli yn y gyngrair ers bron I 2 flynedd, Gwenan. Mae hwnna'n anhygoel.
Ydy, mae fe, a fi'n credu bod e'n dangos llawn hefyd, pa mor ddam a dwfnder sydd gyda nhw yn y carfan. Oes, mae gyda nhw cwbl anafiadau, mae cwbl o pobl wedi gadael yn ddiweddar, ond ti'n gallu gweld jyst y safon a'r profiad sydd ganddyn nhw yn dod trwyddo hefyd. Mae tîm 2019 yn gryf. Maen nhw wedi adeiladu'n dda iawn a maen nhw'n heiddi'r llwyddiant maen nhw wedi cael.
Gwenan, diolch yn fawr am y tro. Mae'r gic cyntaf yn agosau fan hyn yn Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd. Amser am egol fach nawr, ond y gic cyntaf I ddod yn cwbl o funudau. Eto nôl ato ni i'r brif ddinas ar gyfer Caerdydd yn erbyn Wrexham ym mhrif adran Genero. Mae'n fyw ar S4C. Gwenan Harris sy'n cadw cwmni fi a Gwenan, ni ffili anwybyddu'r tywydd. Mae'r storom wedi cyrraedd. Mae'r ymodau yn mynd i fod yn anodd iawn mas neu yna.
Ydym ma nhw, ond hefyd mae'n merched yn chwarae ar cae anhygoel heddiw. Yn anffodus, maen nhw ddim yn cael cyfle i wneud wythnosol, ond maen nhw'n lwcus i cael wneud heddiw. So gan ystyried hynna, fi'n credu fydd yr ymodaeth yn llai anodd na beth byswn nhw fel arfer. Yn amlwg mae'r gwynt yn mynd i achosi bach o trafferth, ond mae'r dau tîm yn hoffi cael y pel a cadw ar y llawr, felly gobeithio gweld o'r un peth.
Ie, jyst yn gweud, ni mor falch bod y ddwy o'n ni mewn bach o gysgod fan hyn. Wel, i ni bron yn barod am y gic gyntaf. And your usual reminder, the English language commentary is available for this one with Katie Sherwood and former Wales manager Jane Ludlow. They're ready for you over there. Ac yn y Gymraeg, mae Cath Morgan, Gwenan Harris yn cadw cwmni i Dylan Ebenezer.
Good evening and welcome to the Cardiff City Stadium on this wet and windy Sunday evening. Cardiff City women versus Wrexham women, first versus third in the Genero Adran Premier. Joining me this evening, former Wales captain and former Wales manager Jane Ludlow, and currently head of sport at USW. Good evening, Jane.
Evening, Katie.
What are you expecting from this game this evening, Jane?
Well, looking at the results so far this season, I think we're all assuming that Cardiff City will probably win this one because they've beaten them twice already this season, but who knows?
Yep, like we said, first versus third, Cardiff City unbeaten all season. And we'll be looking to continue that winning streak this evening. Wrexham will be under no illusion the task ahead of them, but we're hoping for a competitive game. Lots of goals would be great. An unchanged team here for Cardiff City. Still missing some key experienced players due to injury, and Wrexham, newly promoted this season, battling in the top half of the season. And we'll be looking to start strong against the experienced Cardiff City team. Steve Dale's 50th game in charge of Wrexham as well.
And if we look at the organisation that we're expecting from Cardiff City today, we think they're going to be in a 3-5-2 setup. We see Chamberlain in goal, and obviously the front two of Colley and Kehoe.
And looking at the Wrexham formation, will be coming up soon.
From a Wrexham perspective, we're expecting a 3-4-3 organisation, so it should be good competition. It'll be interesting to see how each team animates once this game gets started today.
Wrexham is still without their goal-scoring threat, Rosie Hughes, but I'm sure she'll make some appearance. She's on the bench this evening. 100 goals in 49 appearances for Rosie Hughes. Key players to watch this evening: Fionn Price, the biggest Cardiff City fan I know. She's key to how Cardiff City attack in that wing-back position. She'll be looking to drive forward and joining the attack and provide those deliveries that she's fantastic at doing. Ava Suckley for Wrexham, another key player to watch. 9 goals in all competitions. She's lively, energetic, a young talent for Wrexham. She'll be looking to link up with Amber Lightfoot and put the pressure on the Cardiff back three. What do you think the teams are saying in these huddles, Jane?
I'm just glad I'm not out there in the rain today, to be honest. But I'm sure, look, Wrexham will be coming here today to try and prove a point. They've got beaten twice already against this team, but I'm sure they'll be thinking they've got a chance if they compete well today.
These are the perfect playing conditions. You used to love playing in these conditions.
I'm very different now. I'm 20 years older. I like having the 2 jackets on instead.
You are very well prepared this evening. So here we go. Cardiff City versus Wrexham in the Adran Premier. Elisa Colley stands over the ball to get us started. Cardiff City will look to build from the back. That's something that they've been really impressive with this season. Holly Smith in that wing-back position. It's a big old pitch to play on, but it's not a novelty anymore in the women's game to be playing at these big stadiums. It's a great occasion, but we've seen, the games being played at the Swansea Stadium.com, the racecourse, and now at the Cardiff City Stadium. The ball's through to Elisa Colley, and it's a push in the back there from Elisa into the captain.
It's interesting just to see the break here. Obviously, defensively, she's outnumbered, but she manages to do an okay job, doesn't she? And just holds play up long enough for the goalkeeper to come out and impact as well. But you can see the obvious nudge in the back there. Definitely a free kick for Wrexham.
Yeah, she's been a really good signing for Wrexham this season. Coming in as captain, bringing good experience, a commanding centre-back. Wrexham with the ball back. Looking to stretch Cardiff City. But easy in the end there for captain Siobhan Walsh. TJ Dickens had time there to take the ball down. I think just both teams just need to settle a little bit more on the ball, don't they, Jane?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just having a look at the formations. Actually, it's a little bit different to what we showed at the start. Looking at Wrexham, they definitely look like they're back four at the moment. But we'll see how it animates now. We'll chat a little bit more as the game goes on.
Great play there by Sarah Watkins. Just too much on the ball in the end. But that's what Cardiff City will look to do. They'll look to get that ball into Saren. That attacking midfielder who can make things happen and can find those pockets of space. And then using the pace of Colley to get in behind Wrexham. Allen again getting herself into a little bit of trouble. Colley picks the ball up. And then deflects for the corner in the end.
Just see a little bit scrappier on the edge of the box from a Wrexham perspective, but look, the shots got blocked, so no danger in the end.
It's an area of the pitch you don't really want to be losing the ball, and it gives Cardiff City an opportunity now. First set piece of the game. Sarah Watkins is over the ball. Poor delivery in the end from Watkins, but it's another opportunity to get the ball in. Thinking about the conditions here as well, the wind. Better ball in. Fionn Price picks the ball up. Good covering again from Allen. Cardiff City wearing black armbands this evening to pay their respects to Emiliano Sala. Cardiff City men's team, 5 years since the awful tragedy of his passing. Phoebe Davis with a quick throw in. And it's easy in the end again for Siobhan Walsh.
Interesting to see how high Wrexham actually set up defensively here, and do they try and put a lot of pressure on the goal kick from Cardiff? And it does look like that's what they do, and you can see the two players right in the edge of the box now trying to put pressure on that first pass as Cardiff play out short.
Molly Kehoe Really impressive start to the season for Molly. New signing this season for Cardiff. Wrexham trying to build out from the back again. Good interception there, reads the game well, Meg Bowen. Kehoe again, into Bainham. Just, I think, miscommunication there. Wrexham's had a really impressive start to the season, newly promoted last season. Like we said, battling in the top half of the table, sitting in 3rd place. Pressure here, and Collie, and she's found the back of the net. Miscommunication there from the Wrexham defence, and Collie capitalises on a mistake. And opens the scoring at the Cardiff City Stadium.
Just see the ball bouncing around in midfield here, and it's a bit of a punt forwards, isn't it? But it's worth a gamble, that one. And you can just see confusion in the back line from the goalkeeper and centre-back perspective there, from a Wrexham perspective. Disappointing one defensively. But a good finish, difficult finish, but a good finish to lob the keeper in the end.
Yeah, just lack of communication there from Sharp and the goalkeeper. Wrexham just need to stay in the game now. It's an early goal to concede. If you're Steve Dale on the sideline now, Jane, how are you feeling conceding a goal early?
Well, it's interesting. Look, if you look back to how that goal occurred, obviously it's a long pass forward. Backline haven't adjusted as well as they should have, reacting to that pass forward, and then they gammed in a little bit to try and deal with that 1v1 situation. But as a backline player, when there's no pressure on the ball in midfield and there's going to be a long punt on it, you've got to be dropping off a little bit quicker so that you can come and attack things. So definitely looking at just backline triggers right now. Are they reacting to pressure, no pressure on the ball? But it's an interesting one, going back to their organisation in possession, because obviously we thought they were going to set up in the 3-4-3, and they actually are, but how it animates really interesting, because most threes defensively drop into a 5. This team doesn't drop into a 5. It's a back 3, which is a really interesting one to watch, because that's one heck of a gamble.
On a very big pitch. There's a lot of ground to cover, and Cardiff City like to get the ball wide. They like to exploit those spaces.
But it does get them, players higher up the pitch. And they're obviously coming in here, wanting to score some goals, be a threat. And we can see they're high pressing defensively now, getting pressure on the wide area. You can also see the amount of space that's left elsewhere on the pitch.
You can hear them shouting, box them in. Cardiff City, they have to do better building from the back there. The ball into Holly Smith and playing a dangerous ball into the middles. An easy ball there for Wrexham to pick up. Lily Jones, she does well there. Picks the ball back in, as an early delivery in. Good defending there from Fionn Price. Elisa Colley picks the ball up out wide. She's driving forward. Good interception there. Hannah Power, she just recycles the ball back. There's lots of space there for the centre-backs to drive the ball out to the back, but it's pinched back by Pritchard. Holly Smith as well to recover. But again, that ball forwards have to be better there. Ball into feet or into position where Kehoe can run on and drag the centre-backs out of those central positions into those wide areas. Fairly even possession to start with. 51% Wrexham, 49 Cardiff. I don't think either team really has got a foothold of the game yet. Would you agree, Jane?
No, definitely not. The ball's bouncing around a lot in possession, isn't it? There's lots of turnovers right now, so lots of transition moments in the game at the moment.
Hannah Power with lots of space there to try and switch that big diagonal pass.
Yeah, and you can see Cardiff City are just trying to exploit that space outside the shoulders of the centre-backs. You can see in the wide areas defensively they can be exploited right now, Wrexham.
Sarah Watkins picks the ball up in those spaces again, plays in Kehoe. Fionn Price on the edge of the box. Good interchange of position there. Well dealt with in the end. Under a little bit of pressure here. And that's a late tackle on Holly Smith from Rebecca Pritchard.
Yeah, you can just see that obviously the intent is to go for the ball, isn't it? It's just a split second too late, and Holly Smith, I believe, is getting the foot in a bit earlier there for Cardiff City.
Lucky to not have a booking there.
Oh, I always go the other way. I'm going to ask something wrong with that. It's just a little bit late. She didn't do it, so she's fine.
Delivery again from Watkins. Just early warning signs there for Wrexham. 3 players at the back post. Just need to make sure they're organised, they're compact. Wrexham would have been under no illusion of how difficult this game was going to be this evening against an established Cardiff City team. But all over the top, TJ Dickens. Cardiff have good numbers around the ball. Second late tackle by Rebecca Pritchard, and it is a booking in the end.
Just see the ball's just ran away from her slightly, hasn't it? And then obviously I think it's knee contact afterwards as she tries to recover it.
I think 2 quick fouls. The referee had no choice there, and it's another opportunity for Collie. Just looking a bit ropey at the back at the moment, Wrexham.
There's just a lot of there's a lot of space for the Cardiff City midfield and forwards to exploit right now, isn't there, around the Wrexham backline. Just see the ball bobbling here, and 2 girls obviously holding each other off well, strength-wise. But corner kick to Cardiff City.
It's another opportunity for Cardiff to send up Siobhan Walsh, Meg Bowen from centre-back positions. It's an early short corner. Ball back in, put into them.
Well, as that ball went over then, to be honest, again, it's a little bit of a gamble from a Wrexham perspective. I think there were 3 blue shirts to 2 red, right central in the 6-yard goal area then.
Good crowd here this evening as well, on this wet and cold evening. We've seen the attendances really improve in the domestic game, which is great to see.
The one thing Wrexham have managed to do pretty well so far in this game is play out from the back against Max Press from Cardiff City. You can flip that and go Cardiff City defensively aren't set up to stop them playing up to the halfway line right now, and Wrexham are doing it pretty easy.
Ball in by Lily Jones. Well dealt with again by Cardiff City. Good numbers to recover. Good pressure there. That's what you want to see. A bit of fire. Put Cardiff City under pressure. Don't make it easy for them See Rosie Hughes warming up here, that's great to see. I'm sure she'll be eager to get on the pitch. Quick throw for Cardiff City, looking again to stretch Wrexham. Not much in that, I don't think. Just 2 players going for the ball. Like I said, Steve Dale's 50th game in charge for Wrexham this evening. And as much as he'd like to see Rosie Hughes back in this starting 11, it's not rush. You know, it's a long old season, he can't rush her back. Sharp into Dickens again. Got to look after the ball in the middle of the field. You can't lose it there.
Yeah, the trend from a Wrexham perspective when they're building right now is once the centre-backs get the ball, they do look for one of the centre-mid players to come and get it and then bounce into the wide area. So you can see Cardiff City just queuing onto that at the moment and pinching in those moments.
Allen again, she half clears the ball. And it's a great opportunity for Molly Kehoe.
Yeah, just dropping onto her right foot here nicely, isn't it? It's a very powerful shot then. The goalkeeper does very well to tip this over. But again, defensively mistakes from a Wrexham perspective.
Keeper does great there. It's another set piece for Cardiff City to put Wrexham under pressure again. In swinging ball by Price.
Good deliveries right now coming in from the corner areas. Just timing of runs and not the detail that I'm sure the Cardiff City manager would like at the moment. But a really good delivery from Fionn Price, in swing her here into the 6-yard box. It's good to be net.
Kevin Allen into Sharp again. It's better from Wrexham. Can we switch it again? It's a great ball over the top by Lily Jones. Can Pritchard keep it in?
Do you know, it was good play over on the left-hand side to come in central, but I just wish maybe Pritchard had dropped in rather than going long, because it would have been a safe pass to the wide area and she would have been in acres of space around the halfway line. Just see here that we've overhit it from Jones, whereas if the wide player Pritchard actually pulled back instead, they would retain possession and then had a foothold in the game to go forwards again.
But better from Wrexham.
Yeah, look, if you look at the game now, we're 20 minutes in nearly, in possession, they're building fairly well in their own half. It's just the decision making in the opposition half right now. Can they be a little bit better in that and get the details right? You know, defensively they've struggled at times against direct play in this game, and Cardiff City obviously exploiting the space behind the centre backs at times.
Gibbard picks the ball up. There's an early shot there from Jones. She actually had more time. You can see her idea there, just trying to test the keeper. It's a poor pass at the back from Power. And an early strike there again. Better signs from Wrexham.
Yeah, look, they go into a really high press when Cardiff City are playing out from deep areas. They're pressing high and they're doing fairly well in it, and obviously they're getting some goal scoring opportunities right now. Just wondered if there could have been another pass there before the shot.
Kehoe, great skill from her, great strength, but outnumbered in the end by Wrexham. Free kick, Cardiff City.
Yeah, just see again, first touch, just runs away from her. And obviously she's overstretching and the body weight goes into the smaller Cardiff City player who ends up on the ground from it, to be fair. It was a tough one, wasn't it, from centre? It was a proper centre-back challenge, that one.
Do you know what? It's going to be a great battle, I think. We've already seen a little bit of it, but I think a great battle between Collie and Karen Allen this evening. Fionn Price stands over the ball again. Great delivery in. Just waiting for someone to get on the end of these balls.
Yeah, I think one of the most impressive things first half of this game so far has been Fionn Price's dead ball deliveries, and again we see a really threatening one that's bending back around the corner of the 6 yard, but just nobody getting their timing right or pace right to get on the end of that.
Phoebe Davis builds from the back again. And a big game coming this week, Bournemouth v Swansea in the FA Cup next Thursday in S4C. 7:20. When we think about the domestic league, Jane, when we were playing, you know, the game has grown so much, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, because I'll be honest with you, I can't remember playing in the domestic league, and it was many years ago, but when I played for Barrytown, we were actually playing in the English Prem. Shout out to all the older players who were managing to do that many years ago, Wendy Riley and Kath Morgan and Claire O'Sullivan and all those, and Sue Young. But actually, maybe people don't realise it, but actually 20 years ago, or maybe a little bit longer actually, I'm a bit older than that, when I was a 16-year-old, we were actually playing in the English Premier League for Barrytown. So I guess back in the day, the national team players were still managing to have top-level games, but outside of Wales, unfortunately. But now it's good that obviously we're building the system in Wales too as well.
And that still is the case, isn't it? You know, our top internationals, the likes of Jessica Fishlock and Hannah James, they're all playing at top clubs around the world. But I think this league gives a great platform for younger players to be exposed and to build their trade. And they do usually go on to bigger clubs, but I think this league has definitely produced some great youngsters coming through.
Yeah, it gives the young national team players in particular, you know, your age group national team players opportunity to play in the senior women, which is great from a developmental perspective.
Good build-up play from Cardiff City and just didn't quite execute the pass there. Kelly Adams, new to Cardiff City, signing from Swansea this season.
Yeah, there's a midfield partnership at Cardiff City. They used to be in white shirts, but if I'm correct, thinking a few years back, Swansea City, Emma Bainham being another one, and for many years played for the Swans.
An opportunity here for Wrexham to break. Fionn Price and Hannah Power double team Lightfoot out wide. I'd like to see her get on the ball more, Lightfoot. She's got great feet, great pace, and give Cardiff something to think about. Good link up play again. It's just that final pass, just not quite connecting. Strong defending there from Meg Bowen. Cardiff can't still quite clear it. There's a great striker's challenge there from Polly. Kehoe looks to find it again, but good defending in the end from Wrexham. Holly Smith picks the ball up in that left wing back position, and again it's a late challenge, this time from Phoebe Davis, and I'm not surprised to see the yellow card there.
Just see Holly Smith here driving the ball just outside the range of the tackle, but the tackle came in anyway from Phoebe Davis. But yeah, look, Holly Smith's fine, she's back up on her feet, but yes, a card.
Seren Watkins stands over the ball for this delivery. It's another great delivery in. Miscommunication again at the back from Wrexham. Keeper makes an early decision to come for the ball.
Living dangerously, aren't they, at the moment, on dead ball situations, Wrexham. They managed to get away with it. It was a great delivery again. I think I'm right in saying Fionn Price again.
It was actually Sarah Watkins.
Oh, Sarah Watkins, sorry, got that wrong. Well, there's 2 plays on the pitch from dead ball deliveries. They're doing particularly well today from Cardiff City.
Fionn Price this time with the corner. Commentators curse
just
right
giving her the
there.
kiss of death. That's the first bad one. And to be fair, it's nice to watch Fionn Price play. I haven't seen her play for a few years, but she was, as a youngster, in the national team environment with us. Really hard working, really good character. And like we're seeing today, dead ball deliveries 9 times out of 10 are fantastic.
She still is a youngster. She still is very young, 25, 26.
Oh my gosh.
And
really?
I feel like she's been around a long time.
She has been around a long time. And to be honest, I'm talking 6-7 years ago when she was in and around our system, and she was...
And she finds herself in the box now. And wins her team a corner. Early delivery there from Fionn Price.
We just see Cardiff winning in central areas and spraying it out to the wide area, and obviously the option being Fionn Price there. And to be fair, she catches it okay. Didn't think it troubled the goalkeeper as much as it did, but deflection out. Another corner for Cardiff City.
Two players on the edge of the box for Cardiff as well. Ball in by Watkins, met by Kehoe, and it's deflected, and it's a corner again to Cardiff. Pressure on Wrexham at the moment.
Yeah, we can just see obviously outswinger this time, but the area the ball is coming into, that central area, the 6 yard, hasn't really changed. But we're a little bit static, both teams. When you look at the deliveries right now, we're waiting for the ball to arrive and we're not really attacking things. We'll see if this one can be any different now from a blue shirt perspective.
Ball in by Price. Not quite sure why there's a free kick given there. But the referee obviously spotted something.
Just see Wrexham being able to play out against the pretty high press from Cardiff City again.
And you see what Holly Smith is trying to do there. She's trying to play the channel to get Kehoe in, because there's so much space on this left hand side.
Yeah, it probably just needs one more pass before they start exploiting those areas right now. So I think they're asking a lot of the forward players to be able to get in there on that immediate transition when they turn it over.
Both these teams turning semi-professional this season as well. And Wrexham picked the ball up. And I think that was a deflection there from Hannah Power, and it's Wrexham's first corner of the game.
Well, you could say Eva Suckley was gambling a little bit to try and hit it from there with one defender in front of her, but you know, she got a corner for her team, so it was a positive thing.
Wrexham have the opportunity now to put Cardiff under some pressure. Ball in by Lily Jones. Second opportunity to get the ball in the box. And just couldn't quite direct it towards goal and put Chamberlain under any pressure.
Again, we're seeing deliveries into the box. I think you'd question both teams on the impact they're having when those deliveries are coming in right now. The end product isn't what they want, and we're just looking back at that thinking, is that a penalty? Maybe a bit of a harsh one if it was pulled. What do you think?
I'd have to see it again. No VAR in this game this evening. think that's a good thing, bad thing, I don't know, you decide. Yeah, just going back to what I was saying, both teams now semi-professional.
Yeah, the game is growing, the game is changing for the better. I guess what you hope is that the support systems and the environments and the places these players now find themselves in each club that they're at, not just the two we're working with today, are first and foremost safe environments for all their players coming through, young and old, and productive development environments. And if they are, then all the better for us as a Welsh nation and the national team in the future.
We've seen, you know, recently the growth of the game at the top, the elite level, the women's team. Cardiff City win the ball back here. Serenat Watkins on the edge of the box. It's a great strike, but the keeper just does enough to push the ball over the bar.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Holly mistimed this one, but she's done enough in the end. It was a good strike. And there was power behind the strike, wasn't there? But I think goalkeeper, maybe if she, timing of the jump maybe a little bit different. Look, she's done enough. She's kept her out of the back of the net.
And we've seen Saren score many a goal like that this season. 6 goals in all competitions. She definitely has it in her locker. Ball in again from Fionn Price. Is an in-swinger. Keeper does well. Still not cleared. Kehoe just couldn't quite connect with the ball. But these set pieces, there's just no one really commanding for Wrexham.
Yeah, we're all standing underneath it, aren't we? Attack and defence right now. So I think if you are, one of the coaches on the sideline, could be some area they're going to address half time, because they're good opportunities for the attacking teams that they're not exploiting right now.
But after conceding an early goal, Wrexham are still in the game.
Yeah, they've settled down. The game's changed a little bit, to be fair. The first 10 minutes was very much Cardiff City looking to exploit space behind immediately, and it was working fairly well for them. And right now, that transition moment has slowed down a bit. As you can see, they're choosing to retain the ball and go backwards rather than trying to exploit the space behind the Wrexham centre-backs.
Cardiff City are without some key players. Lots of injuries in the squad at the moment. Fionn Price battles for the ball. It's an early ball in. And it's an easy tap-in the end for Eliza Colley. Doubles the lead. And second goal of the game.
Yeah, we're just seeing the build-up here, obviously on the right-hand side. Managed to get a little bit of space to get the delivery in. A little bit lucky, I guess, on the first shot, and then the deflection off the goalkeeper, but good finish. Fairly easy finish, but a good solid one as well. I think what that goal does highlight is just the space that's available on the... When you look at the Wrexham backline right now, and I said earlier about a 3 transitioning into a 5, it's not doing that. It's generally a 3, and there's a lot of space either side of them. Wing-backs, whether it's a coach part or whether it's just a physicality part today, because the pitch, they're not necessarily getting back defensively, but that's no gripe against the player, because it could be something that the coaches are asking in their animation today, but it is opening up a lot of space in the wide areas for Cardiff City to exploit.
Eliza picks up the ball again. It's been a nuisance for Wrexham. Wrexham under pressure again. Fionn Price charging down that ball. Just not giving Wrexham any breathing space whatsoever.
Again, that last passage of play just highlights, obviously Fionn Price got caught offside again, but it just highlights the areas that Cardiff City are looking to exploit straight away on the outside shoulder of the widest centre-back, because there's a huge pocket of space there because the wing-back isn't covering that space.
centre-backs pick up the ball, but there's not much movement in front of them.
You can just see the Cardiff City midfielder a little bit quicker to things, and they specifically second balls today. But they seem to be reacting a little bit quicker in the central areas of the pitch and managing to turn the ball over fairly easily at the moment.
Watkins into Kehoe, she has time to turn. Fionn Price keeps the ball alive for Cardiff City. And there's a goal kick in the end for Wrexham.
Mentioned Fionn Price's name a lot this first half, haven't we? She's managed to get a lot of the ball in possession, not just dead ball situations, but in possession in the build-up play as well.
She's played centre-back for Cardiff City this season, but I think her best position is in that wing-back role. She likes to get forward, but she also has a great engine and she can get up and down and impact the game, attack in the attack and also in defence. But can Wrexham work a little bit smarter defensively and try and limit the space that Cardiff City are operating in at the moment? Good play there from Allen. Good turn again by Kehoe. Adams picks up the ball. Watkins. Into Smith, back to Watkins. Good play here by Cardiff City. Holly Smith picks up the second ball. An ambitious strike there, but she wins her team a corner.
Yeah, we just see him watching back the goal here, and you just see obviously the delivery in central areas from Fionn Price, and Collie just finishing off there with the easy pass into the open net, unfortunately, if you're a Wrexham fan.
Ball in again by Price. Second opportunity to get the ball in. And they are lining up at the back post there for Cardiff City. And the keeper can claim it in the end.
Really good opportunity here, like you said, overload on the far side. Walsh there is a bit more of a defensive header, pretty much back up and in. She should have gone for goal there, I think. If she watches that back, she'll be a little bit disappointed.
But again, warning signs for Wrexham. Too many players free at that back post. And 5 or so minutes until half-time. What do you think Steve Dale will be saying to his team at half-time?
Well, look, there's areas of the game right now that are working to a certain extent. Like, we're watching build-up play, and there has been quite a few opportunities already in the game where they're managing to get the ball up to midfield, but then there's a turnover moment. So we have to do better protecting the ball in these situations. So there's another example of it there. It's getting near the halfway line, middle third of the pitch. It's getting turned over way too easily. So I'm sure he'll be trying to address that with the players who are delivering and also the ones receiving, and trying to get a bit more support around the ball as well to give different options to players. Out of possession, to be honest, I'd be a little bit more concerned, and I'd probably prioritise that, because Cardiff City are creating too many opportunities for my liking at this moment in time, and they're exploiting wide areas. So I definitely try and address how they're defending and their animation defensively.
You talk like such a manager, Jane.
Habits, eh? Sorry, everyone. Habit.
No, we love
Hard
it.
to lose.
Fionn Price again finds herself on the edge of the box. Plays in Kehoe. And it's another clumsy challenge on the edge of the box by Wrexham.
On one first look, I think it's a bit harsh, but I could be completely wrong when we look at his back, because I don't have the view that the referee has right now, I'll be honest. To be fair, it's a foul. So she catches her. You know, it's a bit of a late foot out, nowhere near the football, and does get her ankle. Looks a bit of a sore one, to be honest, for Kehoe.
You can see what Kehoe's trying to do. She's trying to move the ball so she can just create herself half a yard to get a strike on goal. Fionn Price over the ball.
Well, with her delivery so far today, I think this could be in the back of the net.
Price.
Just a death again, sorry, Fionn.
Disappointing. It was too nice.
It was gentle, wasn't it?
Good build-up play again here by Cardiff City. Trying to exploit those wide areas. Fionn Price with the delivery. Easy for the keeper in the end. Lily Jones just trying to get her team up the field.
Yeah, and from a Wrexham perspective, I'd probably just challenge, are they using the right options to get the ball up the field right now? Because they, you know, and some people can have different views on this, in a sense of building out to the back or being a little bit more direct at times. What's going to give you more success and try and get you back into the game? I think they're trying the same things right now and they're not necessarily working, so it'll be interesting once they get a break half time if anything changes second half.
There's another late foul on Kehoe. Just there's a little bit of lack of discipline creeping in here from Wrexham.
Yeah, there's a few challenges that are a little bit late, aren't there?
But when you're under this pressure for a long time.
Well, it was going back to the point I made about, is there another way right now to release some pressure for them?
Ball in by Price. It's a great delivery again. Just timings of the run. Holly Smith, she was busting the gut to try and get on the end of that ball. Wrexham just need to get into half-time, regroup. You know, it's 2-0, they're still in the game.
Yeah, but look, there's another example there. As soon as centre-backs release, centre-backs have time to look up and play. They're releasing into quite congested areas, and it's a blue ball, it's a blue shirt that's coming out with that ball 9 times out of 10 right now. So just is there a different option for them? They might be doing it right now, to be fair.
Wrexham fans here as well. The long travel down to South Wales. They have a great fan base for the women's team. Poor touch there from Pritchard. Long throw into Kehoe. Trying to find Watkins on the edge of the box. Good feet here from Watkins. Kehoe. Little bit ambitious again. Could have she made a better decision there. Good numbers around the box for Cardiff City. It's really under pressure, Wrexham trying to play out from the back. 1 minute added time here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff comfortable playing the ball around the back. Watkins finding those pockets of space. Early ball in from Smith. So much time. Just not enough power on that final strike there. Eliza Colley picks up the ball again, driving Cardiff City forward, and that is the half-time whistle. Cardiff City currently lead 2 goals here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff City 2, Wrexham 0 with Eliza Colley, the goal scorer of both goals.
Croeso nôl i Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd a mae wedi bod yn hanner cyntaf hir iawn i Wrexham. Maen nhw ar eu hôl hi o 2 gol i ddim yn erbyn y pencampwyr a 2 gol ar blat i Eliza Colley wrth i Gaerdydd fanteisio ar amddiffyn gwan Wrexham yn yr hanner cynta yna. I'r pencampwyr ar y blaen o 2 gôl i ddim yn erbyn Wrexham fan hyn yn y brif ddinas. Croeso nôl ato ni, mae Gwenan Harris wedi ail ymuno a fi fan hyn. A Gwenan, ewn ni syth mewn iddi gôl cynnar i Gaerdydd gan Eliza Colley, ond rhaid ni weid, oedd angen i Wrexham fod lot fwy cryf yn amddiffynol.
Ie, oes piti cael ildio gol mor gynnar achos yn aml strwythu'r chwarae wedyn a mae cynlluniau mynd allan o'r ffenest, ond geithon nhw cwpl o rybuddion cyn hwnna am faint o le oedd mewn tu nôl. Nhw'n chwarae 3 yn y cefn sydd falle bach yn newydd i nhw tymor yma. Yn jyst gallu gweld pa mor agored maen nhw. Yn anffodus ddim yn ennill y brwydr corfforol wedyn. Y golgeidwad boland i fi gorfod. Pan ti golgeidwad fel hyn, ti'n gallu gweld y holl cae. So ti sy'n gallu gwneud y penderfyniad clir, achos yn amlwg mae Adverts ddim yn gallu gweld unrhyw beth tu nôl iddi. O chwarae teg i Colley, jyst y ffordd nath i jyst bach o pwyll, really, parhau yn y frwydr, defnyddio cryfder, a wedyn pwyll i codi'r pêl gyda'i coes wan, jyst yn dangos pa mor hyderus mae hi ar hyn o bryd, gyda'r goliau mae di sgorio yn ddiweddar.
Ie, mae Eliza Colley'n cael tipyn o dymor. Dath yr ail gôl wedyn ni, a Gwenna, mae rhaid gôl arall oedd ar blat i Gaerdydd.
Ie, so fel mae'r chwarae'n tŵr ymlaen fan, gallu gweld Lightfoot allan. Nawr, pan ti'n chwarae fel ôl y sgellwyr, mae angen si, pan ti'n amddiffyn, mae angen si, os ti'n cael dy gofyn i wneud yna yn amlwg, mae angen si cwmpa nôl mewn i siap. Mae hi'n cael ei dal yr ochr anghywir o'r bel i fi, a dyna pam mae Ffion Price gyda gymaint o le ti mewn. Mae pawb wedyn yn cael ei tynnu draw un, a dyna pam mae Wrexham, mae Caerdydd gyda gymaint o chwaraewyr sbar yn y Cosby. So oedd Ciho di llefethu ar yr ergyd gyntaf, wedyn fel ni'n gweld Colley eto yn y lle gywir, fel mae pob leunwr angen bod yn y lle gywir yn dilyn mewn, ond ie, just sharp amddiffynol Wrexham i fi, bach yn naif.
O ran Wrexham, wedyn ni, dim lot o gyfleoedd. Maen nhw wedi cael eiliadau addawol. Newn ni weld nhw fan hyn yn y man nawr. Ond beth sy'n credu mission nhw newid ar gyfer yr ail hanner na Gwenna?
Y system, sharp i fi. Neu o leia newid y ffordd maen nhw gofni'r chwaraewyr chwarae o fewn y siap, yna bod yn fwy cul yn anoddach i torri lawr, a wedyn ni gallu gweld y fflachiadau yma. So hanner cyfleo maen nhw'n anffodus, maen nhw heb creu unrhyw beth o werth. So yr un gorau falle oedd yr un yma ble o'n nhw'n cyntaf i bob bil chwarae ymlaen yn gynnar, defnyddio'r gwagle sydd wedi cael ei gadael, un yn erbyn un, a ti'n gallu gweld fanna pam oedd hi'n penderfynu, gweld bod Chamberlain mae wedi cael safle dechreuol yn weddol bellan y cae, o falle jyst i hanner y drychiad oddi ar llinell, ond mae nhw fod yn fwy cul, yn fwy anodd i torri lawr yn y lle gyntaf i fi.
Bendant, diolch yn fawr iawn am y tro. A mae cwmni arbennig gyda ni fan hyn ar sgorio, achos mae cyn reolwr Cymru, Jane Ludlow, yn rhan o'n tîm sylwebu Saesneg ni, a mae hi'n cadw cwmni i Nicky John.
Yeah, diolch Sioned. Jane, we're so excited to have you here with us this afternoon. You're on commentary. I have to ask you about your first half impressions. Cardiff have seemed comfortable from the off, haven't they?
Yeah, look, Cardiff City women are definitely the stronger team at the moment. Obviously, they had the early goal, but they're exploiting certain areas against Wrexham, and it'll be interesting to see second half if Wrexham are able to tighten up in those areas.
Well, if you were Steve Dale, the Wrexham manager at this point, what are you saying in that dressing room? Are you making changes? How do you go about it?
Look, in the game there are so many options. Obviously he's come here with a game plan. There's certain areas I'm sure aren't working as well as he'd like, especially defending and how they're getting into their back five, etc. There's lots of areas in the wide areas of the pitch right now. The Cardiff City are just looking up and going, oh my gosh, so much space. So that's definitely an area he'll probably try and address. But look, he's come here with a game plan. They're trying to play out of the back. They're trying to build. It's not quite happening. But it'll be interesting to see if they stick to their guns or if there's a slightly different approach second half.
It's impossible to stand here next to you in the Cardiff City Stadium and not think about international football, of course. Big changes afoot for the women's national squad at the moment. What do you make of the move that Gemma Granger's made?
Oh, look, I'm sure people will have their own views on it. Gemma's... she's an ambitious coach and nobody should hold that against her, but I think, you know, if you're in the environment you'll probably be disappointed with the things that have happened recently. I know there's a little bit of change going on in other areas in the FAW from a women's and girls perspective as well, so it'll be really interesting in the next few months to see what the plans are and see how the FAW see the women's and girls game in the future. For the senior national team, it's an experienced group of players there. I'm sure they'll look at it as another challenge to try and do well in, I guess, and get used to the new manager as quick as they can.
Jane, diolch yn fawr. Looking forward to hearing more from you during the second half. Fydd na gyfle I ymweld â Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd eto heno am 9:00 ar S4C. Rhaglen arbennig yng nghwmni un o feibion y brifddinas, taith bywyd Jason Mohammed.
Taith unigryw gyda'r cyflwynydd Jason Mohammed.
Hello, Ows, bore da.
Yr hanes.
Dave! Wow, I can't believe this.
A'r hwyl.
Ble mae'r traeth? Oh, hwn yn really cyffroes.
Taith bywyd Jason Mohammed. Heno ar S4C, S4C Click a BBC iPlayer.
Croeso nôl ato ni, Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd. Mwy o bêl-drod I ddod wythnos nesa, a dwi'n disgo mlaen I hon. Mae Criw Sgorion teithio lawr I Bournemouth wrth i'r tîm o'r uwch gyngrair herio Abertawe ym pedwaredd rownd cwpan FA Lloegr. Bournemouth yn colli I Lerpwl o 2-0 ar hyn o bryd gyda llaw, ond ymweliad Abertawe ar Stadiwm Vitality yn fyw nos Iau am 20 munud wedi 7 ar S4C. Da ni'n barod ar gyfer yr ail hanner fan hyn yn Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd, felly nôl â ni at Gwenan Cath a Dylan.
Welcome back to the second half of Cardiff City versus Wrexham in the Women's Adran Premier game. Cardiff City currently lead 2-0 with goal scorer Eliza Colley. No changes at half-time from either team. And can Wrexham find a way back into the game, Jane?
Well, the first 10 minutes are going to be interesting, aren't they? See if tactically we can notice any changes. But they were struggling the latter part of the first half. Definitely Cardiff City on top then.
Wrexham give the ball away early. Can they do better at keeping the ball in this second half and put Cardiff City under more pressure? Holly Smith wins the ball back.
Yeah, very similar to what we were seeing for the last 20 minutes of the first half, where, you know, Wrexham trying to build out to the back, but Cardiff City finding it relatively easy to pinch off them and then get on the attack.
Like you said, could Wrexham be a bit more direct and turn the centre-backs and put that pressure?
Well, if you think of the trends we've seen in the game, you know, the blue midfield, Cardiff City midfield, have just found it extremely easy to be able to pick off those passes, haven't they?
You know, just a ball over the top like that, just give the centre-back something different to think about. As a centre-back, running back towards your own goal is something you don't want to be doing. That's where, you know, mistakes can creep in. Good battle in there from Kelly Adams. Throwing for Wrexham. Sharp looks to go long. Siobhan Walsh just misjudges that header there. But there she is again, Eliza Colley, being the nuisance that she was in the first half, picking the ball up. Great 1-2 between Kehoe and Colley.
Might have been a better option for her to go herself then, rather than try and square that back to their centre forward partner. You just watch her here. Colley plays inside, and then she looks to go back inside with it, but obviously defensively Wrexham managed to recover and get in the way.
Both young players, Kehoe and Colley, and Kehoe just going past the defender sharp there. Really unlucky. You expect her in that position to find the back of the net. She's been so clinical this season.
Does really well. Takes first touch forward, quick feet, gets past the defender, sets herself up, but unfortunately just pulls it wide.
You can see she did actually look at the goal, but just drags the shot wide in the end. But warning signs again for Wrexham. What we've seen of Wrexham this season, that their back four, back three, they have been really organised and compact, and for some reason this evening it just hasn't been the case.
Yeah, there's a lot of space around the centre-backs right now, which Cardiff City are managing to exploit.
Good strength there by Watkins. She's been really dynamic in this game. Fionn Price looking to line that shot up. Wrexham win the ball back. Power intercepts the ball again. Cardiff City, a good start for them into this second half. Good intensity.
Details on the passing right now from a Wrexham perspective. Managed to get the ball up to the halfway line again, but then unable to maintain possession. We're just watching back Kehoe's opportunity where she goes round sharp, probably a little bit too easy for the defender's liking, but then obviously pulls the shot wide.
Kehoe is also a Cayman Islands international. Better from Wrexham, but the gaps between the two centre-backs and their distances, just making it so easy for Cardiff City.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch them defensively, because obviously in possession they're trying to spread as a three and create space for each other. Just how quickly they're able on a transition to get back in as a tight unit, and like you say right now, there's a lot of spaces for blue shirts to exploit.
Power drives from the back, finds Collie again, and I think it's deflected for a corner. We talk about that time and space, and when the centre-back is driving out of the back and is able to find feet, can Wrexham be more compact and make it more difficult for Cardiff to operate in those spaces and just limit the space that they have to work in? And 10 corners for Cardiff City so far. Watkins met by Siobhan Walsh. Collie keeps it alive. It's a good deep ball. And Holly Smith just couldn't get enough power on it to cause any problems. Wrexham looking to break early.
A bit of a different tactic there. You're always seeing obviously the second delivery in the second phase, and Holly Smith making good contact but not quite good enough to get past Boland. And then you saw a bit of a quick transition then from Wrexham and a bit of a counter-attack. Obviously we didn't get beyond the halfway line, but you can see that in dead ball situation now in possession.
Yeah, but it's better, a bit more urgency. Don't give Cardiff any time to set up. Good work there from Lightfoot, just putting Fionn Price under pressure and stopping that quick transition from Cardiff City. Wrexham with possession. Lily Jones with the strike on goal. End to end at the moment. Wrexham in possession. Better from Wrexham. Sharp out to Lightfoot again. Well read there by Siobhan Walsh. But the ball's kept alive by Phoebe Davis. Crunching tackle out to the back, Siobhan. I think both teams have more time on the ball than they realise.
Yeah, the turnovers are happening a bit too frequently, aren't they? Just so, you know, the last passage of play, not bad from Wrexham perspective, but could do with some support around the ball a little bit quicker to retain when they're in the opposition half.
It's just that little bit of experience lacking. Just to put your foot on the ball, keep the ball, haven't always got to go forward straight away. Kehoe with so much time to turn. Fionn Price with the delivery. Well dealt with by Phoebe Davis again. Cardiff City keep possession of the ball. It's another opportunity to get the ball into the box. And it's Karen Allen again, putting her body on the line like she's done all game. And it's really difficult, isn't it, when you're under pressure like Wrexham are, to not keep dropping and trying to be brave and step out and win the ball.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to watch them this afternoon because, well, let's watch this Cardiff City attack a minute. Yeah, it's interesting to watch them because obviously they're trying to build out to the back, they're trying to maintain possession. But you could challenge whether it's been successful and whether there are different options in how they do that, which areas they're looking to exploit, because Cardiff City midfield in particular found it fairly easy to be able to pick balls up once the ball goes into the middle third.
Do you think that the distances between the units are too big?
But to be honest, as we're watching this, it was that switch of play is something we haven't seen in the game so far. And I think that option has been there a lot, but they haven't looked to exploit the far side of the pitch, and they did manage to do it then. But again, it's that next pass, it's the next phase. And how much support are they getting around the ball player?
And then, like you said, it's been the details, that final pass, that execution.
Yeah, and I guess, what are we, 56 minutes into the game, I think the Cardiff City backline will probably be thinking they've had an easy ride so far. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I think you have to give huge credit to Wrexham, though, the way they have started this season. And Rosie Hughes is in the picture then. She is a massive part to this team. Kehoe goes for the cross, but comfortable in the end. Other results in the Adran Premier: Swansea beating Pontypridd 2-1, and Barry Town, a fantastic result for them this afternoon, beating TNS 4-1, and former Cardiff City player Danielle Broadhurst getting her first goal for Barry Town. Danielle was here at Cardiff City for 11 years, a great servant for the club, sadly leaving the club under a little bit of a cloud. And recently put comments out on social media, Danielle Broadhurst, about the welfare of of players at the club. What do you make of that statement, Jane?
Yeah, to be honest, look, when statements come out from players who've been in any environment, I think people need to listen. You know, I've been in the game a long, long time. Thankfully, the game in many instances has changed. I've worked for one of the biggest clubs in the world recently, and, you know, 99% of my job was focusing on the safeguarding and the safety of our players. First and foremost, if anybody was ever to ask me about an academy system and a women's player development system in Manchester City, what's number one priority? Safety. And I think those who work in the game, or maybe don't work in the game, it baffles me, the year and age we're in, that's not number one for people. Now, I'm not saying that's the case here. I don't know any of the details.
Well, Cardiff City have made a statement. They are aware of the comments, and they say player welfare is and has always been and will remain the highest priority of the club.
Well, great. It's good to hear. Let's hope the club uphold that and every member of staff uphold that. Because, look, having been in the women's game for a very, very long time, and just been in sport for a very, very long time, we've had a lot of negative situations that have come to light in recent years, and let's hope that there's far less in the future, because, you know, they should be safe environments for everybody involved, and that's welfare of staff as well as, you know, players, everybody involved in the systems.
Break in play here as Sharp receives some treatment. Great to see Sharp back on her feet. Scorio highlights, all the highlights from the weekend. 9:30 Monday night. can we see a little bit more urgency from Wrexham now? How do they find a way to get back into this game? And it looks like there's going to be a substitution here for Wrexham. Prolific goal scorer Rosie Hughes. Rebecca Pritchard makes way. And as I previously said, 100 goals in 49 appearances for Rosie Hughes. She is Wrexham through and through. She scored the all-important goal in the playoff final for Wrexham to be promoted. And it's great to see her back to full fitness. Great first touch to start with. Maybe this is the energy that Wrexham needs.
Well, look, she's going to definitely be a positive for her teammates. I'm sure seeing her step back on the pitch for them now, having been out with a bit of an injury.
And it just gives Cardiff's defence something different to think of now, because she'll play on the shoulder, she'll look to really stretch them, but it's how do Wrexham find her the ball.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if tactically they change a little bit now. So maybe they do play a little bit more direct. We'll see.
Looks like Cara Jones have gone to right wing back, with Rosie Hughes coming on as well. As I was saying, Wrexham have done so well, newly promoted, and coming into this league, it's not easy against these established teams, but they're sitting third in the table. 2 losses, one of them to Cardiff City, one of them to Swansea. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Having some great results away from home, lots of travelling for them to do. I think Steve Dale will be really happy with the first phase of how they've settled into the league. Great strike there from Emma.
Yeah, Emma Bainan caught that very, very well with her right foot. Not quite dipping as she would have liked it to, though.
She's been a great addition to Cardiff City this season. She's one of those players who just goes around, wins the ball, plays it simple, breaks up play. Substitution here for Cardiff City. Michaela Cook replaces Holly Smith. Straight into that wing back position. Michaela Cook, another youngster for Cardiff City. Wrexham looking to stretch Cardiff City. And good pressure from Wrexham there. And today's attendance, 1,312. Brave in the cold and the rain. My daughter and my son are up there somewhere. It's great to see, it's not just young girls come to the games, there's boys, lots of different generations, and that's what we want to see. The women's game is growing. Phoebe Davis is great there. It really is night and day, isn't it, Jane? How the game has grown since when we were playing.
Yeah, from a domestic perspective, definitely. I think, as we mentioned earlier, a lot of the national team players weren't playing within Wales back in the day because there weren't systems there available to help them develop, unfortunately, which is gradually changing. And obviously the game is changing everywhere, all around the world, and I'm lucky that I get to travel around the world and help different nations with their development systems. And you know, it's so heartwarming when you go to small countries, big countries, and you see the amount of effort now that's going into giving young girls really good development systems, and it's really nice to see.
And it's great that these young girls have that visibility now, where they see they can actually make a career out of the game. When we were growing up, our role models were males. So it's great now that the visibility is here, the coverage is here, and young boys and young girls have females as their role models.
Yeah, look, I definitely agree, and I think it is growing. I think there's still a lot of work to do with regards to inclusive sporting environments around the country, and wider than our country as well. I think there's still a lot of work to do, but there's been a big change in the last few years, and hopefully that'll continue. You know, not just talking about the players on the pitch, we're talking about workforces, we're talking about all the support systems. As a female, it's always baffled me that they haven't been inclusive environments, but hopefully that is changing now, and all for better.
Adam Watkins again. He's always looking to have a strike on goal. We talk about this domestic league and being a great platform for young players to learn their game. We've seen Olivia Francis from Pontypridd sign for Man United, who come out of this league. Phoebe Poole, Lily Bingham from Cardiff City, now playing in the English Pyramids. And also young Welsh internationals as well. Wrexham clear the ball. We haven't been able to get Rosie Hughes into the game yet. Michaela Cook with a great ball in. Fionn Price keeps the ball alive. Sarah Watkins in so much space and time. Cardiff City have to do better there. It's just checking their run, checking the line. They have so much time and space. But great play here from Michaela Cook.
Yeah, and you can just see Fionn Price working hard to keep it in on the second phase there, but obviously the delivery and players have just been caught on the wrong side of the line.
Quarter of the game left. Can Wrexham find a way? Rosie Hughes. Looks to take Walsh on 1v1. It's a great recovering tackle there from Siobhan Walsh. But that's better from Wrexham.
Okay, good little battle on the left-hand side here. Obviously Cardiff City defender Walsh going to ground but managing to get the ball in the end. But positive for Wrexham. Corner kick from their left-hand side.
And Lily Jones put in a good delivery now. Second corner of the game for Wrexham. Ball in. And it's there to be attacked, isn't it?
Yeah, ball bouncing right in the middle of the 6-yard box. Yeah, from an attacking perspective, be disappointed when they look back at that one. That was a great opportunity. In swinger on the left-hand side here, you can see it's just bouncing 6-yard box, and red shirt's not able to get the first contact on that, or any contact on it.
Siobhan Walsh does really well there, just uses her body just to stop that player leaping for the ball. Well played by Lightfoot, keeps the ball alive for Wrexham. Crunching tackle again from Siobhan Walsh. Michaela Cook. The ball just ran away from her there. Referee gets in the way.
With the organisations that both teams have right now, there's lots of space in the wide areas for them to use, but like in this situation, they're looking to go forward straight away rather than just, you know, spread the play, move the defensive team around, open up the gap centrally. But there's a little bit of impatience in the sense to get the ball forwards immediately.
Just, you know, that's a perfect example of it, isn't it? Karen Allen, she drives out with the ball, and it's just that finer detail again. Just gives the ball away too easy, turning the ball over again. Phoebe Davis into Ava. A bit more patience on the ball from Allen. And Chamberlain collects easily in the end. She's had a quiet game this evening, haven't had a great deal to do. Good feet there from Phoebe Davis, just couldn't find the pass. And Kehoe with the ball. Finds Watkins. Into Bainan. Very narrow. But she finds the shot, but again, everything down the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, I think that was a great example. I'm not sure if you can quite see it on the screens right now, but so much space in the wide areas of the pitch, but attacking teams choosing to keep all the bodies central, not creating the outlet now to spread the play and use that wide area.
You know, when you play with wing backs, that is your outlet, isn't it? That is your opportunity to really overload out wide.
Yeah, definitely. But trend second half has been for those wing backs to actually cut inside. But then it's a case of you'd expect an overlap of somebody else to exploit that space, which isn't actually happening.
Substitution again for Cardiff City. Seren Watkins makes way for Richardson. It's actually a double substitution. Eliza Colley, 2 goals here this evening at the Cardiff City Stadium. And she makes way for Olivia Basham. And that's something that Cardiff City have as an established team in this league. They have great depth. They have the luxury of bringing on youngsters coming through their academy teams. They have a lot of experience around these youngsters as well. Substitution for Wrexham as well. Lily Jones making way for Libby Mackenzie. There's actually a double substitution for Wrexham as well. Ava Suckley making way for Lily Whitefoot. 2 changes for both teams. Will we see a change in formation? Rosie Hughes uses her body really well. It's a great turn there, just getting that final pass, turning over the ball. Oh, that is a great ball. And she strikes Kehoe. Inches wide. But what a beautiful pass.
Yeah, interesting decision for Boland to come out so far. But yeah, unfortunate from a Cardiff City perspective, just pulled it wide again. But good play up until that final shot, wasn't it? But goalkeeper made it a little bit easy for her.
Yeah, again, just a rash decision. She made an early decision, didn't she, to get off her line. But once you commit, you've got to stick to it. Cardiff City, they've kept the pressure up. They've been relentless in the second half. For Wrexham, they're still in the game. Cleared in the end by the goalkeeper. An opportunity for Wrexham to break. It was a good battle between Price and Amber Lightfoot.
A good recovery run there from Fionn Price, 3/4 of the pitch, and manages to get the ball back for her team.
Little bit of cramp there for Meg Bowen.
We're just going to look back at the last opportunity for Cardiff City with Kehoe running in behind the defence. Really good ball from Emma Bainan to see that run, to be honest. And like I said, I think Boland would probably make a different decision if she was to relive that. And Kehoe, unfortunately, open goal, but she manages to pull it wide. Does well up into the final, until that final point, though.
And the rain is coming down here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Still my favourite type of weather to play football in.
Yeah, I think it's because we're Welsh, to be fair. We're so used to it. I think that's why we like it so much, because pretty much every week.
Playing in the rain. Put your top hats on, that's what we used to say, didn't we?
I do like playing in 20 degrees as well. That didn't happen quite so often.
No goals in this second half. And Kehoe picks the ball up, capitalising on a mistake. And good recovery in the end from Sharp.
Good opportunity here again, but a mistake by Wrexham in the back line. Kehoe again onto it first. Manages to do well, but probably overplayed it. Could have cut inside, but decided to take back on her right foot.
Corner for Cardiff. Well dealt with by the captain. Another opportunity to get the ball in. And it's a corner again for Cardiff. On Price. Deep delivery, trying to find Richardson. And Allen again clears the ball. Great work by Michaela Cook there to keep the ball in and keep the ball alive, and it's a goal! Tia Richardson again. Staying alert, staying alive in the box. Great work by Michaela Cook to keep that ball alive. Great delivery. And Tia Richardson finds the back of the net to make it 3-0 to Cardiff City.
We just see the ball on the left-hand side here. Really good delivery, flat delivery, wasn't it? And Wrexham defenders, there's 3 red shirts. around Richardson, but she manages to get the first touch on it and direct it into the back of the net.
And we talked in the first half, didn't we, about that desire to get your body on the line, to throw yourself at the ball with these deliveries coming on, and Tia Richardson definitely did that.
Yeah, looking at the last 80 minutes is probably what Cardiff City deserve. To be fair, when you look at the trends of the game, disappointing one for Wrexham to concede.
She really enjoyed that goal, didn't she?
She did. She celebrated that very well, and why not?
Chamberlain at the moment is down for Cardiff City, and Katie Sharp has made way for Erin Levitt. I imagine a straight swap there into the back. But it's been a tough game for Wrexham, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a tough one. Obviously, it's potentially now the third time this season they've lost to Cardiff City, but Cardiff City sit at the top of the table. I think all teams are finding it difficult to play against them this season. But there's been some aspects of Wrexham's game that I'm sure they'll be pleased around. It's the first phase of their build-up, but then it's the next part. Once the ball gets into the middle third, can they be a bit more productive? Can they retain the ball a little bit more and create some opportunities in the opposition half? Haven't seen that tonight. Defensively, obviously, they started the game fairly poorly and had the early goal against them, but managed to settle down. And we're just seeing the third goal here now from Cardiff City, delivery in from the left-hand side, and then Richardson just managing to get that toe in and direct it well into the net.
She's been another key signing for Cardiff City this season, Richardson, adding that depth and that experience to the squad. Another change for Cardiff City, the new signing, Kerry Walcott, debut for her. Welcome to Wales, welcome to this Welsh weather. Megan Bowen made way. And another change for Cardiff City. It looks like Chamberlain is coming off. And Anna Phelps in goal for Cardiff City. It's not the weather for goalkeepers though, is it?
Yeah, it's a difficult night, I'll be honest with you. Well, I'm just looking straight across from a very high position.
I'm really glad we're in here, Jane. I'm really
glad we have two jackets on each and we're covered. It's a difficult evening with the weather.
And I think the weather's blowing into the crowd. I bet you can see them with their ponchos over there. I think they're getting wet.
Yeah, well done, fans. You've stuck this one out tonight because the weather is horrific.
Ball into Kehoe again. One thing on her mind, driving forward. The ball is kept alive. Fionn Price goes for goal. She's cheating there a little bit as a wing back, staying high.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that one. She had a little bit of time and space out here, and she's got a really good right foot, but doesn't set herself correctly, and obviously the ball lifts a little bit. But she's had a good game. Would be nice for her to get on the score sheet, I'm sure, from her perspective. But again, another opportunity for Cardiff City in this game.
Can Wrexham have one more final push? It's tough for them coming away from home, playing at the Cardiff City Stadium against the current league winners. Rosie Hughes. Just lack of options. Finds Gibbard. Cardiff comfortable in possession, playing out from the back. Some tired legs. Wrexham trying to press the ball. So much space in the middle of the pitch. It's a great recovery tackle from Allen. Rosie Hughes trying to find Whitefoot, but she is offside. But Karen Allen stayed down after that challenge.
Yeah, it was a strong challenge, wasn't it? It was a recovery one, and she did get her team out of a spot there, but whether she's just twisted her ankle a little bit, you can see it's just as an awkward angle when she makes contact, body slightly goes the other way.
The games I have seen this season of Wrexham, and combative centre-back, very athletic, very strong, and when you play that way sometimes Cara Jones just couldn't get the ball into the box. How would you sum up the game this evening, Jane?
I think Cardiff City being on top for most of it. They've retained possession a little bit better than Wrexham. I think Wrexham have been poor in possessions, definitely an area for them to work on. But like you said, they're new to the league. They're learning as each game goes by. But I think the more concerning bit for Wrexham is defensive organisation, because there's a lot of gaps when they're out of possession. And for Cardiff City tonight, it's been pretty easy to get into those spaces in and around the box and create goal scoring opportunities. So I'm sure that'll be an area they look to address now in the coming weeks.
Ball back to the goalkeeper. Deals with that well. And can Lightfoot break here? Just made the wrong decision again, but battles really well to try and win the ball back.
Yeah, opportunities for them to use the wide area again there for Wrexham. They're choosing to go inside and just narrow up the play, and it's making it far more difficult for them and easier for the blue shirts in there to pinch the ball back.
There's two players coming together there. Emotions are high. Been a professional performance by Cardiff though, hasn't it?
Yeah, they've created a lot of opportunities, obviously scored 3 of them. They've been really effective, especially in wide areas, and exploited the spaces that Wrexham have opened up for them. And like we said about 10 minutes ago, I think if you're the Cardiff City backline and goalkeeper, you're probably a little bit chilly tonight because you haven't had too much to do.
Cardiff still looking to put the pressure on Wrexham. New signing, Kerry Walcott. Great bit of skill on the edge of the box. Comfortable for the goalkeeper in the end. Richardson with the ball forward. Bollins again. She made an early decision. Kehoe. Just not her night in front of goal, is it?
No, but interesting to watch this one, or maybe from a little bit earlier back. Again, the centre-backs from a Wrexham perspective aren't reacting to the ball movement. And to be fair to the goalkeeper, you could question her reaction there to come out. But she kind of had to, because there was a gaping hole right in front of her, and there should have been red shirts there.
Ball in by Fionn Price. 4 minutes added time. Lots of set pieces, lots of corners for Cardiff. Can they make one count? In swinging ball. Cardiff City still with possession. An opportunity here for Rosie Smith. Player of the game this evening, Eliza Colley. 2 goals, would you agree, Jane?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a few in blue shirts on the pitch who would have been close to her, to be fair.
She was really lively, wasn't she, throughout the game?
Yeah, impactful in front of goal.
Levitt gives the ball easily back to Cardiff City there for another corner. Fionn Price. Tia Richardson with the contact there, but just couldn't direct it towards goal. Lots of corners for Cardiff. Haven't made any of them count though. Just shows the depth that Cardiff City have. Tia Richardson and Basham both coming on and making an impact. Michaela Cook as well. Just going back to that depth that they do have, and that good mix of youth and experience. Nice play here from Kehoe. Michaela Cook just lets the ball run away from her. And I'm not sure if it's a foul in the end.
There's good play. Ends up with a bit of a heavy touch and gives the goalkeeper a chance to, when you just see a left touch there, gives the goalkeeper a chance to come out. And yeah, there's a lot of space for her to use, but unfortunately just after his touch let her down.
Just overhit that ball there. Cardiff City's unbeaten run goes on. Still sitting at the top of the table in this first phase of the season. And there we have it, final score. On a wet, cold, windy night, Cardiff City get the job done. Cardiff City 3, Wrexham 0. Thank you for your company this evening, Jane.
Thank you, Katie. Enjoyed it very much.
And there we have it. Diolch.
Well, Ian, the unbeaten run of the champions continues. Congratulations. How do you react to that one?
Yeah, it's all positives. You know, I thought we did really well throughout the 90 minutes. I think in possession we could have been a little bit better, but out of possession I thought we dominated the whole game, and I can't really remember a big chance that they had in the game. And you know, it just shows that the players are all together. They're all playing as a unit. They're all fighting for the badge, and that's all you can speak about.
You looked comfortable from the word go, it has to be said. I mean, particularly in that midfield, like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly, you know, the girls all know what they're doing. You know, we thought they'd match us up in our shape, and they did really well. Credit to Wrexham, they did really well. I just thought that out of possession we dominated every 50-50, every tackle, and we just showed the team spirit that we got at the moment. And you know, if we keep doing what we're doing, take it off one game at a time, you know, we're going to have our rewards at the end of the season.
Would you have liked to have seen a few more chances, maybe found the back of the net a couple of more times?
Definitely, but listen, we're creating a lot of chances, and you know, I think sooner rather than later, I think there's going to be a big scoreline, and we're getting there at the moment. But we take 3-0 against a really good team against Wrexham all day.
Another 2 for Eliza Colley as well. Also, Tia Richardson. You must be really pleased to see her come off the bench and do that as well. But overall, as you say, a really strong team performance. Yeah, credit to Liz. You know, I think since she was out of the team for a couple of weeks, and I think that really triggered something inside her, and she's been scoring goals ever since. I think she can be the best player in this league if she really wants to. She's young, I think she's hungry, and she's fighting for everything. Credit to Tia, you know, coming into the game, we thought if we brought her in later on there'd be chances, and she put it away really well. And you know, again, credit to the whole team, credit to the staff, everyone for putting together and just showing how much of a tight-knit group we are and how positive we are. Well, Ian, enjoy that result this evening. Llongyfarchiadau mawr. Thank you.
Dyna ni, felly buddugoliaeth arall i'r Adar Gleision, a dyma canlyniadau eraill prif adran Genero. Gath y gêm rhwng Aberystwyth a Met Caerdydd, gath hwnna i goherio, felly mond 2 gêm arall heddi Abertawen, Ciro Pontypridd o 2 gol i 1, ac am ganlyniad i'r Bari yn meddi'r Seintiau newydd o 4 gol i 1. Daniel Broadhurst dath adael Caerdydd wrth noswaith yn sgorio i'r Bari gyda llaw, ond mae'r Adar Gleision nawr 6 pwynt yn glir ar frig y tabl tra bod y bwlch yna rhwng Wrexham a'r Seintiau newydd wedi lleihau i driphwynt yn unig. Mae Gwenan Harris wedi ail ymuno a fi, a Gwenan, oedd hi noson gyffwrddus i Gaerdydd hyn, oedd hi wastad yn mynd i fod yn her enfawr i Wrexham, a nath y bwlch o ran rhwng safon y ddau glwb, nath e ddangos ar y ca hyn yma.
Nath e, yn anffodus i Wrexham, ond o'n i gallu gweld, wedys i'n credu yn sylwebaeth o ran dwfnder y carfan, ni'n gallu gweld maen nhw wedi cael eu taro gyda anafiadau, mae Caerdydd hefyd, ond mae jyst y diffyg, gwahaniaeth yn y safon fanna gyda Caerdydd, ac yn gorfforol hefyd, fi'n credu Ian Derbyshire dweud fanna, jyst pa mor dda oedden nhw oddi ar y bil, yn ennill pob pil gynta, a oedd hwnna'n amlwg iawn heddiw, a jyst y safon yna gyda penderfyniadau hefyd. Hwnna, newn ni ddadansoddi mwy yn y man, ond newn ni nôl lawr at Nicky John.
Well, Eliza, a great result this evening. Another couple of goals for yourself to add to the tally as well. How do you reflect on that one?
You know, I'm pleased. I think it was a good game from the whole team today. We all stuck together. We all showed that how much of a big occasion there is in front of fans and how much the fans actually want to be here and watch us. So we wanted to come out here and show them that women's football is on the map and that we can play football.
You just mentioned they're sticking together, and also that's something that the manager alluded to as well, that this is a really together group of girls, and that showed out on the pitch this afternoon.
I mean, yeah, it's like a family. Like we're all like one team. We're all together. Subs. If you're not on the pitch, everyone's always supporting, and it's just nice to be around.
Molly, how much of a challenge was it out there this afternoon? Because I think, in fairness, you did everything but score today.
Yeah. Obviously scoring is what I always want to do, but today I wasn't lucky enough to score. I didn't have my best game, but you know, I have to keep positive and keep moving forward.
It was a really strong team performance as well, wasn't it? Particularly in the midfield there. Everyone knows exactly what they need to do. What about this Wrexham side? How much of a challenge did you find them? Because you've already beaten them 3-0 once already this season, and you've done it again today.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were going to come out hard, and you know, them being away and us being home. But I think they're a really good team. I think us sticking together and working together, and obviously training all the time, and with Ian, he's a good coach. And
Eliza, can I ask you as well about the experience of coming back to this stadium to play? It's got to be special to be here in the Cardiff City Stadium.
I mean, yeah, it's always big for us, you know, it's best team in Wales, you know, probably the best stadium in Wales as well. And as a team, we all know it's such a big occasion for all the fans to come and watch us. We just want to put on a good performance.
How determined are you as a squad to keep this unbeaten record that you've got going?
Yeah, I think obviously we're unbeaten this whole season. Was it last season as well when I wasn't here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it's been like 2 seasons now, well, a season and a half, and I think we always want to win. We have 1 draw this season, but I think if we keep playing how we are and sticking together, we will be unbeaten.
Listen, huge congratulations on the result today. Eliza Colley, you are the player of the match this afternoon. I'll ask Molly to do the honours. Llongyfarchiadau mawr, many congratulations.
Thank you. Llongyfarchiadau enfawr I Eliza. Gwna, newn ni edrych ar goliau Eliza yn y rhanner cynta. Mae'n nawr di sgorio 20 gol ym mhob cystadleuaeth tymor yma. Mae'n dipyn o dalent, nag yw i?
Ydy, a beth fi'n hoffi yw just y ffordd sydd gyda hi ffeindio ei hunan yn y sefyllfaoedd gywir. Ni'n gweld fan hyn, mae'n parhau i frwydro, mae chasor o popeth ddim yn rhoi unrhyw beth lan. A wedyn just bach o pwyll o flaen y go, codi'r coes ac yn obeithio. Mae angen bod yn positif yn y sefyllfa. A'r un peth fan hyn, gallu just gweld y ffordd mae'n darllen y gêm, darllen y chwarae. A jyst yn dilyn mewn, jyst yn ymwybodol, falle bydd yna cyfle'n dod, falle ddim. Ond os ti'n rhoi dy hunan yn y sefyllfa yna yn gyson, gei ti dy wobrwyo, a nath yna digwydd. A chwarae pwyll hefyd yn golff yna, fi gwybod mae pobl yn meddwl mae gyda go rwyd wag. Mae'n actually really anodd, achos oedd e'n dod i fel oedd hi'n bowtio, oedd angen ti jyst cadw penny dros y bil.
Lewn ni nôl. As Nicky, pwy sy'n gyda ti nawr?
Steve, you've just had a chance to talk to your team. What was your message to them?
I think obviously we've got to take a few positives out of it. I don't think we matched them as much as we probably should have in this game. I think, you know, coming into it, we were looking at the positives from the last cup game. I think we got punished for mistakes. You know, we've given 3 soft goals away really today, and you know, ultimately when you're playing against the best teams, they're going to take those chances and punish you.
How much did your shape today contribute towards Cardiff being able to take the chances that they did?
I don't think it was a shape. I think we did it for a purpose. We did it for a reason, because I think, you know, when we've set up in our normal shape, they've took advantage of us. We decided that we needed to match them up because there was a lot of positives in doing so. It's just obviously when you're playing against good teams, it was difficult to sort of get a grip on the game, and they're ruthless when they've got the ball. They take the game away from you by keeping the ball for long periods.
Do you think that it's important sometimes to remember that you are a newly promoted side in this league, and what you're doing here is building foundations for the future?
Absolutely, and I don't think anyone would have thought that we'd have done what we've done so far this season. And you know, on reflection, yes, we're still a newly promoted team. We're punching well above our weight, I think, in our first season. So we've got to take a lot of positives, and we've got a good run of games coming now against the teams that are trying to pip us to that 4th spot. So we've got to take our medicine today and go from there and make sure that we get the maximum points going into the next 2 games.
And at the end of the day, it's been another great experience for the girls coming down to this stadium and playing against the champions.
Absolutely, and you know, I think a lot of them will look back on fond memories. Really, the last 12 months we've played in front of 9,500 at the racecourse, played at the Swansea.com, and then again another fantastic venue here in the Cardiff City Stadium. So you know, they've earned that right to play in these stadiums, and it's only going to be getting bigger and better, so you know, long may it continue.
Steve Dale, diolch yn fawr iawn, thank you.
Diolch, thank you.
Ie, mae wedi bod yn noson hir I Wrexham, a un aelod o garfan Caerdydd wedi joio, Emily y Labrador. Nes I eitem bach gyda Emily a Chloe cyn y Nadolig, mae honna ar YouTube sgorio. Gwenna, newn ni gael cipolwg ar 3ydd gol Caerdydd. Tia Richardson yn rwydo i'r adar gleision. Be nes ti o'r gol yma?
Ie, llwyth o le gyda Cook, nath I ddau I cadw'r bil mewn, cyflymder hi, lot o le eto, nath Caerdydd defnyddio'r ysgelledd yn arbennig o dda. A nath I roi mewn I ardal ble mae blaenwyr a chwaraewyr canol cae Caerdydd yn gallu ymosod arno. A dim ond angen y cyffyrddi'r lleiaf oherwydd pa mor wlyb mae'r arwynebedd. O'n nhw'n effeithiol iawn. O'n nhw'n wastraffus weithio o flaen gol, gallen nhw disgwyl lot fwy, ond o'n nhw'n effeithio pan oedd angen bod a perfformiad proffesiynol iawn.
A jyst i'ch atgoffa chi, mwy o bêl-drod I ddod ar S4C wrth i'r sylw droi at cwpan FA Lloegr, Bournemouth yn erbyn Abertawe yn fyw nos Iau. am 20 munud wedi 7. Gwenar Caerdydd yn edrych yn eithriadol o grif prynhawn yma. Wrexham i gêm nesaf nhw yn erbyn y Seintiau newydd. Triffwynt sydd rhwng y ddau glwb. Mae honna'n mynd i fod yn gêm enfawr.
Mae'n gêm mawr hefyd achos yn amlwg maen nhw'n agos o ran ardal. Fydden nhw'n siomedig, fi'n credu ar ôl colli heddiw i'r Bari perfformiad arbennig o dda. Ond mae'n bwysig, na beth sy'n bwysig yw'r ffordd chi'n ymateb. Chi byth yn mynd i ennill pob gêm yn y gyngrair. Fi'n gwybod mae Caerdydd moyn wneud hwnna. Heb eto, ond mae'n rhaid chi jyst codi pen ar ôl perfformiad fel hwnna, jyst dysgu'r camgymeriadau, parcio'r reina, wedyn edrych ar cryfderau gwendid i'r tîm nesaf, Seintiau, a wedyn jyst gweithio i cryfderau chi a sut chi'n gallu mosod ar hwnna.
Gwenan, diolch yn fawr am dy gwmni di heno. Felly Caerdydd yn symud 6 phwynt yn glir ar frig tabl prif adran Genero. Cofiwch mwy o bêl-drod i fyw i ddod ar S4C wythnos yma wrth i Abertawe deithio i Bournemouth yn cwpan FA Lloegr. Yn wrtho fi, Gwenar, a'r criw i gyd fan hyn yn Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd. Diolch am eich cwmni chi yn yma nos da.